All in the gates. The running of the Diana. Dexian began a little awkwardly. He was leaning sideways on the stalls when they opened. Probably missed it a length and a half, and Cento was the first to hit the ground over Warning Tune. Our Big Paddy quickly firing up onto the bridle. Coming across the brown horse, Tiberius back on the inside of Dexian, who wants to over-race a touch early. And cutting right across the back of the field is Cunderdin Kid. They slow up the speed, going through the crossing at the 1,600 metres mark. And the leader is Cento, held out Our Big Paddy, who settles down second. Warning Tune is third. He's also fired up and tending to over-race a little. A length and a half, the brown horse, which has settled back behind the speed, and he dropped the bit immediately. A length and a half to Triberia, being followed by Dexian. And last of all is Cunderdin Kid. No change to the order as they go into the back here in the Diana Stakes. And with 1,300 metres to travel, Cento's the pilot. The break a length and a half over Our Big Paddy. 1.5 further back is Warning Tune, who's just loping along, travelling third. One to the brown horse, who now starts to get up onto the steel and pull a little. On his inside next, Triberia. Stakes starting to move forward. 3 deep aboard the top weight, Dexian. And last is Cunderdin Kid, who's about 5 lengths off the leader. It's the FR Kersley trained Cento wheeling out of the back in the role of pacemaker. 900 metres to go. A length and a half the break on Our Big Paddy. Warning Tune coming off the fence. He looks to be going pretty well for Oliver. Dexian going around the brown horse. On the inside, Triberia. And last is Cunderdin Kid. In this order, they race along the side of the course in the direction of the 600. And Cento starting to roll them along. It's Cento by 3/4 of a length as they come onto the home corner. From Our Big Paddy, Warning Tune looking a real danger. They've dropped off Dexian for the moment. Stakes having to pick him up and dig him up now as they come around the corner from the brown horse. On straightening, they're sprinting at the 350, and Cento's holding Warning Tune. Our Big Paddy behind them, and Dexian is next under the 59. He's starting to come with 150 to go. Cento, Dexian, Warning Tune the middle. Cento and Dexian come together. Dexian's going home the better, and weight proving no barrier whatsoever for him under the 59. He pricks his ears and makes amends, of course, after his defeat in the Guineas. Dexian first from Cento, Warning Tune. Our Big Paddy, and then Cunderdin Kid, the brown horse, and 5 lengths away last is Triberia. Series races the Grandstand Cup. Light blinking. Movement in one of the stalls in close. Racing this time, however, caught them to a pretty level start, although Corporate Bruce dropped out to third last soon afterwards, and getting to the tail of the field, Mystery Lad. Country Blazer, Super Thrust first away. Super Thrust is being restrained, but he's resenting the tactics of the rider. He's pulling fiercely. The little girl should just let him slide. She's having a wrestling match with Super Thrust. He's going to the front from Country Blazer. Dark and Dangerous third, followed by Track Jester going up on the inside of Jugatrice. A length and a half away then Corporate Bruce from overqualified. The mare Our Annabelle is next, and then a length and a half Prince of Pop, followed further back by Mystery Lad, and last Exit Lane, 800 from home. And the girl's got her feet on the dashboard with this horse who's pulling fiercely, Super Thrust. Well, she should just let him run. The battle certainly not being won by the little girl at this stage, and Country Blazer was able to kick up on the inside and regain the lead from Super Thrust. Dark and Dangerous had to quickly get off Super Thrust's heels. A length and a half Jugatrice, Track Jester fifth, and then Prince of Pop on the improve. He's got Corporate Bruce on his outside, 6 deep around the turn. Then overqualified, followed further back by Exit Lane. It's Country Blazer from Dark and Dangerous. Jugatrice letting down very quickly. He accelerated and moved up to poke his nose in front. Prince of Pop, Corporate Bruce are starting to rattle. Here comes little Corporate Bruce out after Jugatrice. Jugatrice clinging on from Corporate Bruce, Prince of Pop, Jugatrice, Prince of Pop, Corporate Bruce, Corporate Bruce. Corporate Bruce a half head, Prince of Pop, Jugatrice close up third from Country Blazer. Dark and Dangerous next in. Exit Lane, followed by Our Annabelle. And then came overqualified Track Jester, Mystery Lad. And as you would have expected, Super Thrust, after the wrestling match with the young rider, has pulled up at the tail of the field in the Grandstand Cup. Photo finish. Away they go. Fan Dang was restrained as the starter released the field, but Lady Knockout hit the ground rather quickly, and likewise Pride of the Sioux. Coming across is the favourite Fortune Streak as they race down by the winning post. Val Louise is fourth, and there's Business Talk going around them quickly from Sun Spark, and Blue Nonna is next on her inner. They're followed by Our Skimpy. Ola Halo pretty wide as they go over the crossing, being closely followed by Julie Smile, and then Tayalani. Next is Kim Lisa, and then Fan Dang, and last is Shanti Tropay. As they head over towards the back of the course, 1,500 to travel, and the rider of Business Talk took off around them after being out wide and let her rip, and into the back she'd race 3 in front from Our Skimpy, which quickly zipped around them now into second place. A length and a half to Fortune Streak, and then on the outside comes Ola Halo pulling away forward. Pride of the Sioux fifth on the inside from Lady Knockout. Then after a length comes Sun Spark, Val Louise, Blue Nonna drifting back to midfield. A little more than a length to Tayalani, which is parked up on the outside of Julie Smile, and then third from last is Fan Dang. Then Kim Lisa and Shanti Tropay with under 1,000 to go in the Belmont Oaks. Business Talk pilots the field out of the back and makes play by a length and a half on Our Skimpy. Ola Halo, which is out there deep, continues to go forward from Pride of the Sioux. 3/4 of a length away, Fortune Streak, which is getting a perfect run behind the pace. She's travelling fifth, no more than 2 lengths from the leader. Lady Knockout is being urged along. He's really starting to throw everything at her. And then Sun Spark going around her outside when they bunch on the bend. Val Louise got caught up in a bit of traffic. They're followed after a length and a half to Tayalani, followed on the rails by Julie Smile. Blue Nonna is next, and they're being closely followed at the head of the others by Shanti Tropay. Around the corner, and Our Skimpy reached a narrow lead, quickly beset upon though by the favourite Fortune Streak. A length and a half to Lady Knockout, then Blue Nonna beginning to run on. Pride of the Sioux closer towards the inside. It's Fortune Streak, Lady Knockout together. On the inside, Kim Lisa getting through, then Blue Nonna. Lady Knockout on the outside regains the lead again. She's got the better of Fortune Streak. Here comes Kim Lisa through on the inside late, but Lady Knockout has captured the Guineas Oaks double and scored narrowly on the line from the fast finishing Kim Lisa. Fortune Streak behind those, just in front of Fan Dang, Blue Nonna, and then Tayalani, Pride of the Sioux. Julie Smile, Business Talk, Val Louise and Sun Spark. A break to Our Skimpy and Ola Halo, and tailed off a distant last is Shanti Tropay.
Sassy Sarah at 370 is about right. Big race coming up, Nadia, due in 4.5 minutes.
She was most impressive, her first Australian run at Redcliffe, wasn't she? Wahaka Lass, she scored an impressive 12.7 metre victory over I'm a Ringleader in C7 to C8 company. Would have been a nice pipe opener for her, clocking a mile rate of 159.2. Starting from the pole, wanting the leading contenders. Does look a clash between those top 3 fillies though, Wahaka Lass, Elect to Live and also Sassy Sarah. The fourth at the Meadows, they have reached the boxes. Toad Albion Park. Wahaka Lass is the Toad favourite, 280 from the pole. Elect to Live at 310, the other New Zealander. She's a rather small in her stature, but she lacks plenty she doesn't lack anything in ability. I saw her win at Harold Park going back a few months ago. She was mighty impressive. She hasn't really had a lot of luck at all this preparation. She's been forced to do a fair bit of work early in her races, and she looks something right out the box, this horse Elect to Live. She was, of course, a winner in Tasmania, the recent Australian Derby, in quite impressive style. Sassy Sarah's at $3.40, or she needs no introduction. Just have a look at her record. 16 lifetime starts for 13 wins and 2 minor placings. Back to the winner's stall last time out at Bendigo for her new driver, O'Brien Gath. Wahaka Lass, the favourite. Quick look at Newcastle for the running of race 5. There are the ratings, and Thank You John is the top rater on Colonise. The market update, I believe Colonise may well be the favourite here at the $3 quote. It's also had a bit of support. Ship's Officer 4, Thank You John at $3.50. Only a small field, but a betting duel between the 4, 5 and 7. Totes now official on the 4th at Moonee Valley on the 2-12-3 winning combination.
$50,000 Group 1 race, and you couldn't get a better one on paper with the best fillies from New Zealand, Elect to Live and Wahaka Lass, coming up against Sassy Sarah from Victoria, arguably Australia's best filly. Now Starling is out of line. This could be a false start. It couldn't be, could it? Starling is trying to catch the gate. See what happens. Red light. Red light comes on. The bolter Starling at $163 has caused a false start in the Oaks. We'll send it back to all studios. You can still invest on this race, and I can tell you now that Sassy Sarah, number 6, is into $2.70 on Unitab. Number 1 at $3.10, Oaxaca Lass. Number 2, Elect to Live, $3.30. Let's hope that none of these fillies have been too stirred up by the false start. Back in 2 minutes' time with Take 2 of the Oaks.
Thanks for that, Dave.
3 fillies in the market have met with support. As we're getting close to a start, we're 100 metres away from release point. Gate swings up to the home bend. Stand by for a start. Mobile swings around the corner. Stand by for a start. Starling's on the gate this time. Start all important here. Ready. Racing. Oaxaca Lass off the inside, brilliantly away. Beat Elect to Live out by a length, but look at B. Gath on Sassy Sarah. He's got one thing in mind. Go forward and try and find the front around the first bend, and he did so. Sassy Sarah straight to the front now and sped away to lead by 2 on Oaxaca Lass with a drop on her. Going to third early, Sunny Shannon, Sun Jewel behind them. Elect to Live 5th on settling down. And Neil Brady's not wasting any time. He's off and running. He's 3 wide and he's improving. Tracking forward was Operative Lady. Then came Jethro's Madam inside of Starling, followed by Sparkling Melody, then Christie, 6 lengths away, Gold Liner and Joy to Behold, last of all as they travel inside the mile. Sassy Sarah covered the lead time in a fast 37.1. She's now firmly on target to try and lead all of the way. Elect to Live goes up to second, a role that she's accustomed to, outside of the leader, and Oaxaca Lass getting the nice run, third in behind the speed. The Fancy Trio controlling the race, 1, 2, 3 at the midway point. Operative Lady, 4th, 1-1, 5th the inside, Sunny Shannon. Starling, 6th, outside of Sun Duel. Then came Sparkling Melody. Jethro's Madam on its inside. 2 lengths to Christie. 3 to Gold Liner. 10 lengths Joy to Behold, who can't keep in touch with the first quarter of 29 and 9. Brian Gathers rolling along at good speed. Sassy Sarah, is she capable of leading all of the way in the Queensland Oaks? We're a lap out to find out. Leading by a length. Elect to Live. Brady is now moving closer. Applying pressure on the outside. And Jim Curtin would be giggling. He's got the drop on the leader. Oaxaca Lass travelling third. Operative Lady 1-1. 5th over on the inside came Sunny Shannon, covered by Starling. Sparkling Melody outside of Sun Duel. No moves, then Jethro's Madam, followed by Christie, Gold Liner, and Joy to Behold is way back. 700 left to run. 29.6 the second split. The half was in 59 and 5. Sassy Sarah in front. Elect to Live is trying her hat out to come after Sassy Sarah. Sassy Sarah leads by a neck on Elect to Live. Oaxaca Lass third, and she will need the sprint lane. Operative Lady coming 3 wide. Oh, Gath getting busy on Sassy Sarah now. Elect to Live coming after her. There's a head in it. 400 metres left to go, and they travel down the back in 29.3. Sassy Sarah is in front narrowly from Elect to Live. 3 wide on the track, coming up strongly. Sparkling Melody. Queenslanders begin to cheer. Oaxaca Lass waits for the run. Then Operative Lady. They're at the home bend, and Shane Graham went for home. Sparkling Melody beat off Sassy Sarah and Elect to Live. Oaxaca Lass is the only horse that can beat Sparkling Melody. Maybe no horse can. Sparkling Melody, Queensland, you beauty! Sparkling Melody beat Oaxaca Lass. Thirds either to the inside, Sunny Shannon in a photo with Operative Lady and Sassy Sarah. Then Christie, Elect to Live, followed by Gold Liner, Jethro's Madam, Starling, Sun Jewel, and Joy to Behold is last. Sparkling Melodies won the Oaks.
And somewhat of an upset too. Sparkling Melody, 26.30 and 4.10. Shane Graham, be a very happy young driver. 12-1 in a photo after the running of the Oaks at Albion Park. We do thank Newcastle for holding. Thank you, John Estertote, favourite 3.20, Mobile in position. Newcastle will be followed by Wentworth Park, where they are heading to the boxes. Here's Mark. Newcastle for the running of race 6, Jolly Jake Tote favourite, $3.20. Here's Mark McNamara.
Feature race. Under starters orders. The Lamplighter. And this is Mare is in the Mare of Newcastle, not a Mare's Cup. And they're set for a start. Left the fakes. The Lamplighter and Roderick John. All set. Tapes release. They're racing. K-Chen galloped off the back. Modern Designs come away galloping. Left the fakes broke. Ship's Officer or Eagle Spirit went away fast. Stablemate to Ship's Officer. He went to the lead and Midfru Lorenzo was away fast. Doodlebug on third and then came Roderick John to Rita Fella. The next one was Devil's Advocate. Further back left the Fake. She's dropped back to be a little bit worse than midfield. The Lamplighter was away badly. He's on the inside at Joliet Jake. 2 to Modern Design. A long break of about 7 or 8 to K Chan, and Terralong also began badly and he's tailed off another 7 or 8 lengths. So around the turn the first time and we have a new leader. Rita Fella has gone around Midfru Lorenzo to take over. The margin is about a length. Eagle Spirit is running third. They were followed by Devil's Advocate, 3 wide, getting around Doodlebug Don. Then left the Fakes, who's away from the markers, around Roderick John. The Lamplighter next, and then came Joliet Jake. 1.5 to Modern Design, 5 or 6 to K Chan, and the same margin off last of all is Terralong. On the turn out of the straight, Rita Fella is in front by a length on Devil's Advocate. Midfru Lorenzo third, trailing the leader, and Doodlebug Don fourth and 1-1. Then came Eagle Spirit, 3 back the markers, from left the Fakes and Roderick John. Joliet Jake gets moving, 3 wide in the middle stages from Modern Design and the Lamplighter. A break to K Chan and Terralong, a length and a half away last of all. The leader is Rita Fella, under a mile to go, about 1,500 out. In fact, it leads by a length on Joliet Jake to the Breeze second. Third was Midfru Lorenzo behind the leader and getting some cover. Devil's Advocate fourth and 1-1 from Eagle Spirit. 3/4 Doodlebug Don, then came Roderick John and left the Fakes together. 1.5 Modern Design. The Lamplighter is next on the pegs, 4 or 5 to K Chan, and Terralong's another length and a half away last of all. Coming up towards the home turn for the bell, the first quarter was 30.3. Rita Fella is the pilot. Driver Rodney Mercier looking for a winning double. Joliet Jake's a half length away second. Third behind the speed, Midfru Lorenzo and Devil's Advocate fourth. Then came Eagle Spirit, followed by Doodlebug Don. Roderick John next, Modern Design, leading up the 3 wide line from left the Fakes. The Lamplighter third last, and the 2 that began the worst, K Chan and Terralong, have both tacked on. On the turn out of the straight in the Mayor's Cup, 8.50 to go. The leader is Rita Fella by a half length. Joliet Jake second. Second quarter was 32.2. Midfru Lorenzo, after leading's been trailing for some time. He's third. Then Devil's Advocate, followed by Eagle Spirit. Modern Design next, followed by Doodlebug Don, strung up between runners. Further back left the Fakes, then Roderick John. K Chan, the Lamplighter, and a length and a half off last of all is Terralong. Rita Fella is the leader, nearing the top bend, 4.50 out. He leads by a neck on Joliet Jake. Midfru Lorenzo third. They've put a gap on the others, 2 to Modern Design, Devil's Advocate. They were followed by Eagle Spirit, and starting a long wide run, Roderick John and K Chan. Third quarter was 29.3. Rita Fella just in front of Joliet Jake. Midfru Lorenzo's had the drop on them and he's peeling 3 wide. They've gapped the rest, headed by left the Fakes and K Chan. Rita Fella is in front, 1:20 to go. Roderick John nearly fell in back play, trying to pick him up. Joliet Jake and Midfru Lorenzo. Midfru Lorenzo and Joliet Jake go to Rita Fella. Midfru's finishing the best. It's a local win. Midfru Lorenzo beat Joliet Jake and Rita Fella ran third. They were followed by K Chan and left the Fakes, both finishing fast, and they were close up. Then the Lamplighter, Doodlebug Don, followed by Devil's Advocate, Eagle Spirit, Modern Design, Terralong, and I don't know how Roderick John stayed on his feet, but he was decked at the top of the lane. He was last quarter, 29 and 7.
Those numbers at Newcastle, 11, 9 and 10 after race 6. Midfru Lorenzo with the prize at 13.43, even over Joliet Jake and Rita Fella. Now they have reached the boxes for the upcoming event from the Meadows at the 600 metres start. Mile rate at 2.3.9. Joliet Jake in second, Rita Fella filling the third position. Also got placings through from the Meadows on race 6, 3, 6 and 2. For the 9th. Quick look ahead now to Wentworth Park, race 8. Big Sam Banner is the top rater in the short price favourite at about 5's on. It's the quote that's on offer New South Wales at the moment. 120 New South, 180 Super Tab and 140 on Unitab. 480 for the 4 Winsome Dollars, and all the others are at long double figure odds. They'll be moving up shortly at Globe Derby for their feature this evening. Rock Hard is the tote favourite, $3.90. Following Globe, back to Wetty, then we'll return to Moonee Valley for the running of race 7. Might as well have an early look there, still 8 minutes of betting time. This next at Moonee Valley. Loveliest of all is the top rater, Arnahurst, Jamestown and Vertical Horizon. Well, the ratings have gone far and wide. They've gone for a bit of value with Loveliest of All for Jodie Quinlan. Jamestown, Lance Justice at $6.50. Graceful Babe is the favourite at $2.70. Flipping over the page, we have Arna Hurst at $7.70 and Shooter Rock for Chris Alford at $8.40. Here are the interim divs on the third at Cannington on 2, 5 and 3. They are being called up, these Square Gators, at Globe Derby Park for the Group 1 South Australian Trotters Derby. Rock Hard was the favourite. Let's have another look at the market update at Globe Derby. Is still the total act at $4, Aussie Trump at $4.30 and Starlight Josh at $5. Here's Jim Jacks.
Got her on the line, but nevertheless a very good run, and Starlight Josh has got some speed from the mobile. He goes on the inside. They're starting to move up now. And let's have a last look at what's happening on Unitab. Favourite is number 5, Aussie Trump, into $3.90 and $1.90. He looked to just shy at something when he galloped last start. Made up very good ground. His last mile was clocked around about 2.2.3 or 2.2.4. Very good run. Sophocles went a similar time. Starlight Josh from the inside. Something About Maori alongside of it. Frozen Funds. Bunty's Nipper. Aussie Trump. Rock Hard outside the front. Inside the second row of Sophocles Portrait. Oh, Galleon Sun made a mistake. He's galloped. They'll go without him. Galleon Sun is out the back. Have a look at the line for first. They're charging across from out wide. Oh, something had to give. Bunty's Nipper went up in the air. And going to the front was Aussie Trump. And here comes Rock Hard. He's going to spear to the front. And Aussie Trump made another mistake. He galloped around the first turn. He hates the first turn here at Globe Derby. Frozen Fun. She goes to second placing. Something About Maori. Starlight Josh from inside the front. Somehow is racing one off. Sophocles settles down, one out and one back. Then behind those is Portrayed. A margin then of 25 metres to Aussie Trump. On its outside was Bunty's Nipper, and Galleon Sun is giving them too big a start. He's 150 metres from the leader, and he grabs hold out in front. Frank Evans, he's stacking them up. The pace is slow, the speed is slow. Rock Hard in front, and he by ahead. Starlight Josh outside the leader. On the inside, following the leader is Frozen Funds. Sophocles 1-1. Portrayed on its back. Something About Maori, she's pulling hard. 3 back the inside. She's in danger of choking down. She's pulling that hard. Then behind those, Bunty's Nipper tacked on. Aussie Trump on the inside, 4 back. And a good margin then of only about 70 metres and making ground quickly with a slow speed as Galleon Sun. Rock Hard getting every chance. You'd expect some move somewhere, surely. Lead time 50.5. Rock Hard in front by a head. In second placing on the outside is Starlight Josh. On the inside is Frozen Funds. 1-1 is Sophocles. Portrait follows the 1-1. Something About Maori, she's 3 back the inside. Then Bunty's Nipper. Aussie Trump 4 back the inside. Galleon Sun is only about 35 to 40 metres away. First quarter covered in 34.1, and things are looking good for Rock Hard. He's had an easy time out in front. He comes into the front straight, and he'll get the siren on this occasion. He leads by 2 metres. Starlight Josh in second placing. Something About Maori, she galloped. She was pulling too hard. She's in trouble, and she's out of the race. Frozen Funds is pulling hard on the leader's back. Sophocles has got 1-1 cover. Portrayed right on his back. Aussie Trump 3 back the inside. Then Bunty's Nipper. Galleon Sun has nearly tacked on with that slow speed. He's only 15 metres away. And Something About Maori's been pulled up out of the race. Second quarter 32.7. They'll dazzle home here. First half 66.8. In front it's Rock Hard. On the outside Starlight Josh. Sophocles 1-1 cover. Webster yet to go. On the inside Frozen Fun. She dropped off when they sprinted. Portrayed coming 3 wide, trying to get Sophocles to go. Aussie Trump going between runners. Starlight Josh poked his nose in front. Rock Hard trying to kick back. Frozen Funds gallop. Sophocles around the outside. Aussie Trump's held up. Starlight Josh in front. He leads by 3 metres. Sophocles is starting to put in a big challenge now. He looms up on the outside. Starlight Josh and Sophocles. Portrait trying hard and Rock Hard. Starlight Josh, he's finding something. Starlight Josh, he's going to be home. Matt Harding and Starlight Josh are too good. They win by a metre. Sophocles second, third Portrait. Then Rock Hard had every chance. Between runners, not far away was Aussie Trump. Then a margin of 15 metres to Bunty's Nipper, Galleon Sun. Then Frozen Funds, and pulled up out of the Derby was Something About Maori.
And there's Starlight Josh successful, 5:31.70. Matthew Harding in the sulky over Sophocles, and Portrait was in third. Heading to the boxes for the 8th at Wentworth Park. This is the State of Origin, over 520. We're seeing commission win some dollars at $3.80, but Big Sam Banner The Pink is at a short odds on quote at $1.40. Seventh event, Moonee Valley. Graceful Babe is the tote favourite, $2.80. Jamestown at $5.40. Arnahurst at $7.50. Loveliest of All at $7.70. And Shooter Rock at $9.10. They're on the track for the seventh event, Moonee Valley. Still 2 minutes of betting time as we return to Sean Kelly with the late mail.
Yeah, thanks, Nadia. Great race this.
Box 7, I'm a Rockstar, and the favourite Big Sam Banner in the pink. They're just about ready. Big Sam Banner, the last one to be placed away. The green light's on, the bunny on its way for the State of Origin final. This is the series decider. They're set. Racing. Big Sam Banner flew out from the 8. He's looking for the lead. Magic Hand going with him, and so is Princely Finance. Sam's trying to get across. Princely Finance trying to hunt up, but Big Sam Banner went to the lead. Princely Finance second, going to third was Perfect Panache ahead of Magic Hand and Winsome Dollars. Then Subic City followed by Tourist Dan and I'm a Rockstar, but Big Sam Banner's on the bunny. He came to the home turn, 6 in front. Trying hard, Perfect Panache running on Winsome Dollars and Magic Hand, but Big Sam Banner well clear. And Big Sam Banner romps in by 10. Second Winsome Dollars and third Magic Hand, so a clean sweep for the Blues. Fourth in was Princely Finance, followed by Tourist Dan and Magic Hand. And then came I'm a Rockstar and Subic City.
OK, Dean, well, there we have it. New South Wales with Big Sam Banner, 160, 120, taking out the State of Origin final. The favourite G showing that blistering pace out the boxes, virtually to lead them into the first bend. It was all over after it was out of trouble early. Seventh event, Moonee Valley on the track, and Graceful Babe is the favourite, $2.90. Clearing Matthew Harding with Starlight Josh, 5:31.70, 2 minutes, .77, the mile rate. The ratings...